Fani Willis filing takes shot at lawyer who exposed her torrid affair. Fulton County, Georgia DA Fani Willis used a legal filing where she defended her personal relationship with a special prosecutor on her team to hit directly at the lawyer for a Trump codefendant who exposed her affair. Willis admitted to the stunning affair with special prosecutor Nathan Wade in her 176-page filing Friday, saying it posed no conflict with her role overseeing the case against Trump and associates on racketeering charges. But in between passages making dry legal arguments, she included a color picture of the lawyer who blew the whistle on her affair. She also dug up the lawyer's own past statements about Wade, which were highly complimentary. But the lawyer, Ashley Merchant, still might get the last laugh. She hit back within hours with yet another filing asking detailed questions about Willis' relationship, and raised doubts about her denial of ever cohabitating with Wade by pointing to information about Caribbean hotels and even alleging she and Wade used an Airbnb safe house in Hapeville, outside Atlanta. Just the questions Merchant raises suggest she has gathered substantial personal information about Willis, a Trump nemesis, after already battling to unseal divorce filings for information. Fulton County DA Fani Willis' Friday court filing goes after attorney Ashley Merchant, whose own filing exposed a personal relationship that Willis admitted to having with a special prosecutor on her team. The filing spells out some of the probing questions Merchant would ask Wade at an evidentiary hearing about her charges against Willis, if a judge allows it to go forward in the explosive case. Merchant's filing cites a 2019 judicial conference where, according to the Willis filing, Wade says he and Willis met and became friends. In paragraph 17 of your affidavit, you swore that you met Ms. Willis in October of 2019 at a municipal court training. Isn't it true that you began more than just a friendship at that conference? Merchant asks, without revealing the source of her information. Merchant's filing says, witnesses will testify that you cohabitated with Ms. Willis at her home in South Fulton until her father moved in with her and you then began to cohabitate at the apartment of a friend of hers in East Point. Most of Willis' filing tries to pick apart the claim by Donald Trump and his former campaign aide Mike Roman that her relationship with Wade poses a conflict that taints her prosecution of Trump's election overturn effort in the state. She goes after the salacious January filing by Merchant that exposed the affair, even detailing luxury cruise travel and more than $600,000 in payments Wade received for his work with Willis. It states that sources close to both the special prosecutor and the district attorney have confirmed they had an ongoing, personal relationship, something that Willis finally admitted in her own filing Friday. Merchant's filing called the relationship improper and clandestine, referenced sealed records in a divorce, and cited records obtained outside of filings indicated they took private travel to the Caribbean and Napa Valley. Fulton County DA Fani Willis goes after attorney for Mike Roman Ashley Merchant in her court filing Friday where she defended her own personal relationship. Merchant exposed Willis' affair with special prosecutor Nathan Wade in her own bombshell filing. Merchant shot back with yet another filing, saying she would like to question Wade about his relationship with Willis. Isn't it true that you began more than just a friendship at that conference? She says she would ask him. Merchant claimed in his filing alleged that Willis and Wade used an Airbnb safe house in Hapeville, outside Atlanta. Her client is Mike Roman, who has done opposition research for Republicans. It said the pair had been seen together in public and said they are believed to have cohabited, something Willis denies in her filing. Merchant's filing states that she knows the special prosecutor and has researched his litigation experience, saying he has never tried a felony RICO case and has a lack of experience in this type of felony, and raised doubts about his qualifications. DailyMail.com was not able to confirm allegations that the pair cohabitated or were dating for longer than Wade said in his affidavit. Willis' own filing seeks to rebut that criticism, and includes a color photo of Merchant campaigning for Wade at the Greek festival in her hometown of Marietta when he was running for a judicial post in 2016. It states that counsel for defendant Roman, of course, is well familiar with the experience and qualifications of special prosecutor Wade, whatever contrary representations are made in Roman's motion. During a judicial campaign in 2016, defendant Roman's counsel Ashley Merchant was an enthusiastic supporter of Wade's candidacy, and described him in glowing terms, it said, quoting from her Facebook posts at the time. It then quotes Merchant praising Wade, saying, "Nathan is ethical. Experience matters." It says he has practiced in every area of the law and cites some of his awards, which are also included in the filing. The filing states that Merchant was both a vocal and a visual presence in support of Wade's campaign. Also on Friday, The Washington Post published a detailed report on Merchant's client, who built a long career in political research before getting charged as part of an alleged racketeering conspiracy as part of the fake electors scheme amid Trump's Georgia election overturn effort. It says he hired ex-CIA operatives when doing research for the Koch network, and helped run down information on embattled judicial nominees while reporting to Don McGahn in the Trump White House counsel's office. He helped organize poll watchers called the Army for Trump in 2020. Merchant has told DailyMail.com and other outlets that she developed the information on Willis included in her filing. But the Post notes that after conservative operatives crowed after the filing that it was an object lesson in why you don't indict the Oppo guy, Roman clicked like on the posts. Willis admits in the new court filing Friday that she had a relationship with the fellow prosecutor she put on the payroll in the Georgia Trump probe, even as she blasted meritless claims against her. Willis made the filing after a Donald Trump co-defendant asked to have the case against him dismissed, citing information obtained from a divorce proceedings about Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, alleging in a court filing that the two were carrying on a romantic relationship. Willis blasted the claims as salacious, and asked a judge to dismiss conflict of interest claims, which Trump's team also indicated it would pursue. But even as her filing attempts to knock down claims of a conflict, she acknowledges a private relationship with Wade. Fulton DA Fani Willis, center, confers with lead prosecutors, Donald Wakeford, left, and Nathan Wade, during a hearing at the Fulton County Courthouse in Atlanta on Friday, July 1, 2022. A new filing by Willis contains an affidavit from Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade about their personal relationship, which he said came after he joined her team as an outside lawyer helping run the probe of Trump and multiple associates. Former President Donald Trump has regularly attacked Willis and has called his indictment in Georgia part of a witch hunt against him. Much of defendant Roman's motion relies on supposition and innuendo regarding the private relationship between District Attorney Willis and Special Prosecutor Wade, according to the filing. Willis said there was no financial conflict of interest that constitutes a legal basis for disqualification, and that there was no personal conflict of interest that justifies her disqualification personally or that of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Her filing then calls the attacks on Special Prosecutor Wade's qualifications factually inaccurate, unsupported, and malicious, in addition to providing no basis whatsoever to dismiss the indictment or disqualify Special Prosecutor Wade. Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade leaves the office of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis at the Fulton County Government Building on August 23, 2023 in Atlanta, Georgia. He is accused by a Trump co-defendant of having a personal relationship with Willis. A lawyer representing Michael Roman made the bombshell allegations in a filing and asked that charges be dismissed. District Attorney Willis has no personal conflict of interest that justifies her disqualification personally or that of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, she writes. Trump co-defendant Mike Roman's lawyer first brought forth the stunning allegations about Willis, who has become a regular target of Trump. The attorney, Ashley Merchant, dug up information on the relationship and included stunning details in a filing, alleging the pair took lavish vacations together. House Republicans have already said they plan to investigate. Trump himself demanded that the case against him be dropped over the revelations. While the allegations raised in the various motions are salacious and garnered the media attention they were designed to obtain, none provide this court with any basis upon which to order the relief they seek, according to the new filing Friday. The filing includes an affidavit from Wade stating that the relationship with Willis began after his appointment, not before. The affidavit also clarifies that, although District Attorney Willis and Special Prosecutor Wade have been professional associates and friends since 2019, there was no personal relationship between them in November 2021 at the time of Special Prosecutor Wade's appointment, and defendants offer no support for their insistence that the exercise of any prosecutorial discretion, i.e., any charging decision or plea recommendation, in this case was impacted by any personal relationship, according to the filing. Without those additional factors, the existence of a relationship between members of a prosecution team, in and of itself, is simply not a status that entitles a criminal defendant any remedy. Her filing blasts wild speculation that Willis financially benefited from more than $600,000 in compensation that Wade received in his role. To be absolutely clear, the personal relationship between Special Prosecutor Wade and District Attorney Willis has never involved direct or indirect financial benefit to District Attorney Willis. It states, they have no joint or shared accounts and there is not now and has never been any shared household. According to his signed affidavit, Wade met Willis at a judicial training conference in 2019. Willis asked him to serve on her transition team when she was elected to her post in 2020. Wade says Willis asked him and two other lawyers in seeking out a competent, trustworthy attorney to manage and lead the investigation of possible attempts to interfere with the administration of the 2020 election. He said it paid $250 an hour, less than his typical $550 per hour rate, but that he was approached for the role after other lawyers expressed hesitation due to concerns related to violent rhetoric and potential safety issues for their families. He took the assignment after being approached by Willis and other lawyers. While professional associates and friends since 2019, there was no personal relationship between District Attorney Willis and me prior to or at the time of my appointment as Special Prosecutor in 2021, Wade continues. In 2022, District Attorney Willis and I developed a personal relationship in addition to our professional association and friendship. The District Attorney and I are both financially independent professionals. Expenses for personal travel were roughly divided equally between us, writes Wade. At times I have made and purchased travel for District Attorney Willis and myself from my personal funds. At other times District Attorney Willis has made and purchased travel for she and I from her personal funds. Roman was charged this summer with alleged crimes including taking part in a racketeering conspiracy, conspiracy to commit forgery, and conspiracy to file false documents, all in connection with a scheme to submit fake Republican electors who would cast votes for Trump in place of electors to reflect Joe Biden's certified victory in the state. Willis asks Judge Scott McAfee to nix a planned evidentiary hearing on February 15. This is not an example of zealous advocacy, nor is it a good faith effort to develop a record on a disputed legal issue. It is a ticket to the circus, she writes.